Okay, guys, so when we look at Apple chart going into the earnings report today of February 1st, 2024, there's a lot of bearish things. We posted multiple videos on Apple when Bank of America upgrades it. We call it the biggest mistake from Bank of America analysts. And we say, look, this move higher is not going to last. And sure enough, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days lower and a small bounce going into the earnings report, always a sign of a fact that something's going to go lower. So if you are coming in now and you missed all the messages we posted, how we were shorting Apple at 195, 192, 190, and you're coming in now when Apple trades at 186, 187, you probably wonder, well, is it too late? And the answer is no, it's not too late. It's just you're going to be paying a lot more for the options now than you would have paid if you were trading with a 13 market moves coach with the course of the last week. So in order to avoid those situations in the future, just make sure that you give us a call today and don't miss out the good entries on the future trades that are happening tomorrow and over the course of next week. Huge earnings season next week, guys. Ton of companies reporting, so don't miss out on those. But for the purpose of, I'll say this, as far as Apple, I mean, it's probably the easiest short. Apple is on our top 10 short list of stocks, top 10 stocks that are going to drop in 2020. That you can trade with options. We're not talking about penny stocks here, right? But easily, I think we can accept an oversized move, considering the last 3 quarters in Apple were total shit, but the company actually managed to react higher as far as its price. I think 3 strikes, you're out. Another bad quarter. Anything that could be said in the earnings report, okay, could be used against Apple. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It could get pretty bad as far as Apple. And normally Apple is not like a big mover on earnings. Like, can you get a 5-point move in Apple, a 7-point move? I'm thinking in this earnings report, considering how well defined this double top and the bear divergences, and considering how many people can still unload it tonight, I think Apple could make an outsized move to the point where it could potentially hit. I know this is going to sound insane. Leo, oh my God, you're so fucking bearish. 172, 170 by tomorrow, 4 p.m. or at least by Monday. So what I'm saying is, can we get a drop in Apple? That's not the question you should be asking. The question you should be asking is how big of a drop in Apple we could be getting here. So this line in the sand right here is 165. But I mentioned something about the report on Meta, about the video on Meta, and I said, look, Meta has got a history of a few quarters in its lifetime were dropped by 25%. Now, Apple doesn't have a history of that, so I wouldn't necessarily bet that Apple could drop 25% here overnight. I mean, that would make the markets really tank. But consider that Apple could drop, guys, just let's say 13%. Possibly 20 by next week. So just going with Apple, okay, let's use the price of 187, okay, and we're gonna go with 13%. We're like $25 drop. That puts you where the line in the sand is, close to the 160 level, 160, 165. It's a possibility. It's a wild, crazy possibility, but that's why you trade, because, you know, there are moments in the market where things are just clear. And you could be saying, but Leo, didn't you just say in the last video where, you know, ugly charts, you buy them? Guys, this chart is not ugly enough yet, okay? When Apple's going to be down to 165, that's when the chart is going to look rather ugly. And that's when you can expect some kind of bounce. But as far as what we're seeing in Apple, okay, we're already closed. We attempted to close this gap. It didn't hold. We created a double top. From here, guys, it's a slide lower for Apple. I'd say Apple goes lower 8 days in a row. So trade it with 13 market moves, guys. Give us a call right now. Still enough time for you to place this trade ahead of the earnings. And you know, if you trade with 13 market moves coach, you're also going to be able to trade tomorrow after the earnings report. All the strikes, all the details, all the information you need to put a successful trade on this, guys. You can get it from 13 market moves coach by going to 13mmtv.com. Click the big orange button. Let's roll.